That sounds more right.
19,000 followers.
I had 19,000 followers and 19,001
Cinco,
now.
cuatro,
Tres,
tres,
dos,
dos,
Uno,
uno,
cero.
cero. Aquí.
Wah, 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 wah. Wah.
there we go.
Bienvenidos, familia.
Yeah.
Welcome to the
Hey,
show.
what's up? Hey, I like the energy. Oh, hey, we representing right
Yeah, I
now.
know.
Oh, man.
Go Dodgers.
We representing right now. You know what? I think we need to go in a different direction, and it's your fault, Donald, because you started it. I feel like we need to start completely different than how we had this laid out, especially with the way y'all representing over there. But how's everyone doing tonight, y'all?
Very
I'm
good.
alive and well.
Real good, real good.
That's what's up. Let the folks know why y'all doing real good, the ones with the hats on.
Hey.
Oh, World Series winners, baby.
Yeah.
K Dot, right? K Dot. He beat Drake one more time. LA beat Toronto one more time. Hey.
2 times in a row. 2 times in a row.
Just kidding, Drake.
What did Kendrick perform out there or what?
Nah, but I mean, you know, it's
But the city did.
yeah. The city represented.
Yeah.
That's what's
Hey,
up. That's
you know
what's
what I'm
up.
saying?
Who did the halftime show this time around?
Nah, it wasn't nothing like that. It was more well, the guy who did the he did the Super Bowl with Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Kendrick, and 50 Cent and Eminem. He was responsible for the music for the entire World Series.
So there was no like performance.
Adam Blackstone or Adam Blacks, one of those. Yeah.
So there's no performance, like when Ice Cube did it last year, and then Fat Joe tried to do it.
If there was, I didn't, nah, bro.
You know, can I be honest with you, man? I'm one of those Dodger fans that I only represent the Dodgers because it's an LA team. I don't follow baseball at all. I'm gonna be honest with you. I did not watch the World Series too much. You know, I missed Game 7 because I was listening to comedian Shane Wang in Vegas, and however the guy behind me was giving us updates on the game the whole time. You know. So, whether we wanted it or not. So when the Dodgers won, I knew the Dodgers won.
Yeah. My whole city popped fireworks like the 4th of July.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
Pretty common here in San Antonio when the Spurs won the championships too. It's the same thing. We go honking down Military, which is the main strip down here on the south side, and then so it's crazy. Yeah. It's like a whole celebration, free coffee and everything.
Oh yeah. There's going to be a parade probably. I'm sure there'll be a parade sometime this week.
On Saturday and Sunday. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of places giving away free food, but they was also giving away free groceries. Hello.
Yeah. What's up, Corey? You going to go to the parade? If they have a parade, let's go to that parade, man.
Nope.
Nope.
Look, I do crowds, but you know, last year Dodgers won. It got really crazy out there in LA downtown.
Yeah, I remember that. I'm hoping it don't do that. It didn't. So when did they win that game? When was that game?
Yesterday.
They won. No, they won Saturday.
Oh, yeah, Saturday. Wait, yes, Monday.
So that's new. That is new. You know what else is new, man? Is the fact that y'all tuned in to episode 73 of Technical.
Yeah.
So we're giving you news
that you can use.
Hey, Corey, tell them what they're supposed to do right about this time, sir.
Man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend, and make sure you listen, tune in, because we are giving you some updates that's going to make sure you are well informed.
Yes, indeed. Indeed. Yo, you know what? Since the way y'all opened it up, man, I think we got to start with the Millennial Moment. Because if we don't start with the Millennial Moment, we're going to have to get through everything else and get right back to what y'all opened up with.
Oh, man, I could push through it pretty quickly. You know, it's not... Nothing won't take too long.
No, don't take your time. It's just that it's y'all started talking about the World Series and the game. So why wait to the end of it to revisit? Let's jump to it, yo. Like,
all right.
What's today's Millennial Moment, Dr.
Okay. Yes, as we just mentioned, the LA Dodgers have won the World Series. This was the 88th World Series overall. So definitely a long-running game tournament. This is the 9th World Series win for the Dodgers. All right, so Dodgers got 9 got 9. You know what I'm saying? This was it's gonna be one of those games that will be remembered. Was Game 3? It's the game that apparently went like 18 innings.
18.
Which is like I think one of the longest games in like World Series history. And then there were some players that set some records too. Some teams they set some team records over the World Series. But yeah, did you Geronimo or Bobby watch it all? I know me and Corey had a chance to talk about it a little bit. Did you guys hear anything about it?
I watch football and sometimes basketball. I'm not a big baseball fan, but I do like watching it live. That is one sport I do like watching live.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm down to go to a baseball game and get
Missions
drunk.
Game.
Right.
So everybody in the game getting tipsy.
Yep.
All right. Well, here goes some of the records that were set.
Yeah, let's hear the records.
All right. So Ernie Clement of the Blue Jays, he got the most hits in a single postseason with 30. Shohei Ohtani of the Dodgers got most times reaching base in a postseason game with 9 in Game 3. Wow. He also set another record as the most intentional walks in a postseason game with 4 in Game 3. And of course, we got Freddie Freeman. This guy is the first player with 2 walk-off home runs in a World Series history. So, wow.
What does that mean? What's a walk-off home run?
I think that is, I have no idea what a walk-off home run is. You know, however,
is if you got 3 men on base and then somebody throws a ball, the other one, the one that's at the home plate, the home plate, third base, walks on in.
Yeah.
Yep, home run that ends the baseball game by giving the home team the lead in the bottom of the final inning. Is a walk-off home run.
Very nice.
Yeah, interesting. I just Google search that right now, by the way. So that's just quick Google search on that right there. You know,
but we don't know. We gonna
find be deep as hell. If you wouldn't have said nothing, everyone would have just thought, "Oh man, he knows his baseball."
Right?
You should have paid that off, man.
The baseball cronies would have been coming at us crazy. They'd be like, "No, a walk off."
Yeah, exactly. I'm making sure that I'm expressing my noviceness early to avoid commentary later on. So, here goes some team stats. The most pitches used by one team in the World Series, Los Angeles Dodgers. Most pitchers used in one game. Most combined pitchers used in the World Series game is now the Dodgers and the Blue Jays. So because of that 18 inning Game 3, this World Series set a lot of records that all pretty much revolve around that Game 3. And so for the segment, I didn't just want to do the World Series. I wanted to get a little bit into the fantasy aspects of it too, because like I said earlier that I was in Las Vegas and I actually didn't get a chance to bet on the Dodgers, even though I should have bet on the Dodgers. But I was able to make a couple other sports bets. And sports betting is super fun, and you can do it both in person at the casino, or you could do it online through like sports book betting with like DraftKings and stuff like that. And you can do fantasy football too. And so it's funny. I actually got a couple parlays. I picked 5 teams on a 5-team parlay and put $20 down. If I would have won, it would have been $638 as a payout off of $20. And all I would have had to do is just have 5 games, all 5 games win. 4 out of the 5 games hit. I missed it by 1 game. So I'd show you that ticket, but I ripped it up out of frustration. I got 2 more tickets here, though. You know, I got one for the 49ers to win the Super Bowl. And off of $8, if the 49ers win the Super Bowl, I will win $248.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
And that'll be worth going back to Vegas. I made another bet, though, that the 49ers would win their game yesterday. Little bet, you know, it was just one of those little $20 bets. I won $13.80, so $33.80 is what I won so far. And I only bet $58 on all of my bets, so I already made back half my money. And you guys may be asking, well, you're going to drive all the way back down to Vegas to cash this? No, you don't have to go all the way back to Vegas. If you get one of these little parlay tickets, you can mail it to them, and they will mail you a check. So I will be mailing this in unless the 49ers win the Super Bowl. And since I have 365 days, I can hold on to this and wait. And that's what I'll do.
Well,
Now,
hopefully the mailman don't steal your mail.
I know, right?
Because in
For
Christmas
those
time,
of you,
they steal the mail.
do you guys ever do sports betting? You guys ever bet on sports at all?
I did DraftKings like a couple times back when I was in my gambling stage. That's a whole nother phase. But yeah, I think I won like $7 off of $5. And they give you $5 when you sign up.
Right.
So I paid, I won like $7. So it came out to a total of $12.
Okay. Did you just pulled out and was like, I'm done, or did you
I pulled out, man. I couldn't put no more seeds back in that baby.
What about you, Bobby? I saw you nodding your head like you've done betting before.
I'm not in my head. I'll tell you a quick story, but you can't get mad at me.
Oh no, go ahead.
So we did a fantasy football betting over at the Navy gym on Fort Sam Houston. This was years ago. And I had come in in the morning, and the guy's like, "Hey, do you want to put down some numbers to see if you can win? We pick a winner every month." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." So I went to go look. He goes, "Okay, these are kind of the stats, and this is what you can pick." I said, "Okay." So I'm looking around. I'm like, "We'll do this, this, and this, and I'll pick these numbers." Well, I won for the month of October, right? So it's cool. I get a cool little like a swag bag full of like protein powders, shirt, hat, all this other cool stuff. I was like, "Oh, cool." Well, my name got put in the drawing for the main prize. I won the main prize, which was an autographed football from all the 3 major Texas colleges.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so Mac Brown from Texas A&M and a couple of other coaches and stuff. All of them signed my football. So,
dang! Congratulations, man!
Asking if I still have it, I do still have my football.
Hey.
And for those of you NFL fans, today's Monday Night Football. Cardinals against my Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
Let's go Cardinals.
No.
I'm just kidding.
Silver and blue in this house, baby.
Cowboys, baby.
Hey, I tell you, so I've never gambled on sports, but I tell you what, my best friend, he'll remain nameless, but y'all know him. He owns the company I work for. I've seen him win big. We were at the Super Bowl, the one that Rihanna did the halftime show.
Okay, a couple years ago.
Try to guess how much he won off that game. Just throw some numbers out. I'll start with you ladies first. How much you think he won off that game, Bobby?
$180K.
Not that much. Not that much.
Right. I didn't know how much you bet.
Corey, just guess. Throw something out there.
50,000.
Okay, not too shabby. What you think, Dr.
Yeah,
Corey?
I was gonna say 50. I'm gonna go 49.9.
You're the closest. He won 40,000 off that game, but he would have won 47 had it ended the opposite. Because I think, was it Kansas City that won that one?
Yeah.
If they would have lost, he would have won an additional 47. So I watched someone do it. And I was just like, damn, just 40 racks like that, huh?
Yeah.
How much money did he put up again?
I don't know. See,
that's what I'm wondering.
Well, let me be honest with you. For you to win big like that, you gotta have to put up a couple G's, bro.
Unless you bet a bunch of parlays, because you could win that much money with just making a bunch of parlay bets and betting small, but it's almost impossible to hit those giant parlay bets, man.
He does that for fun, man. This dude is a professional gambler. That same weekend, we were at the casino. He hit the slot tables and won another 40. Jeez.
Yeah, wow, he's got it. Yeah, I've done sportsbook betting. Like when I lived in Vegas, that was like a primary side hustle for me. I was down at the Westgate like every Sunday betting on the games, and there are a lot of professionals in there. I mean, they got the cards with the paper with the stats and everything on it, and they're fucking following, highlighting shit. So it's similar to fantasy football and fantasy sports. This is a good transition. Because you got to follow the sports and you got to follow the stats and the analytics. And, that's one of the things that makes it so appealing to millennials. I did some research and just got some general specifics to our generation to get some, some facts and whatnot. And it's interesting on the social aspect. This is a very good social platform. The social interaction and community is a primary motivator for the participants and often gives a sense of community. With friends, family, and coworkers. It's active and immersive engagement. You've got personalization and control. You have, of course, the instant gratification and on-demand content. And then you have the incentives and rewards, the potential to win money, bragging rights, or other prizes add a layer of tangible rewards, triggering a sense of achievement. So it's one of those things that's kind of like bringing a lot of people together. Have any of you guys ever done like a fantasy league with friends or coworkers or anything like that? Or is that, you were mentioning that earlier, right, Bobby?
I do have close friends who are part of a fantasy league, and they are very serious about it.
Yeah. Right. I've seen people do crazy things in fantasy football. Like they would leave their wives, but some of them would tell them they leave their wives to go to the fantasy football thing.
I was gonna lean over. I was gonna
like, I'm going to go get milk.
Fantasy.
Right.
That's a whole.
Now I've done fantasy football too, man. I played for money, and I played in leagues just with friends for fun. And it's funny because I've never won in the leagues for money, but I normally win in the leagues where it's just for fun. So it's kind of one of those weird things,
I was telling you, I was trying to lean out of the frame for a second. It's too far out of reach for me, but my husband 3D printed this really cool fantasy football trophy for whoever wins.
Yeah.
It's really cool. It's this football thing, and it has a crown. And if you slowly spin it, it like goes around in a circle. It's really cool.
Oh, nice. Nice.
He used a lot of filament for that piece, but
a
fantasy
lot of
football trophy. Filament?
You have to fill a lot of men?
Filament. Filament.
Oh, yeah,
Very
yeah.
funny.
I just wanted to know what is that? Is
that goes inside the 3D printer?
Filament is what goes inside the 3D printer to create the image, to create the item. There's different color filaments, and a friend of ours just asked us to 3D print him some BMW caps that go onto the actual BMW, and so he's gonna do some customization, and so we just made the 3D print for him.
Nice. So to answer your question, Donna, I'm not into sports, so I never did any fantasy leagues. But when I was in the military, every single unit I was stationed in, they did it. And they would be pretty involved. I mean, I'm talking about they would even like go over stats and like commanders calls and stuff. I don't stop me if you've ever seen that one, Bobby, but no, they would be like, yep, and this week fantasy football, Chief Master Sergeant, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, dude.
Nope. That's gotta be an Air Force thing, because no Army call talk about no fantasy football. I'll tell you that right now.
I'm over here like, and this would be like at the end of PT, sometimes they announce it. It's cold in North Carolina, man. I'm like, can we get out this cold? I'm take a shot.
Right.
Oh, man.
Now, I think the reason why it relates so much to us millennials and even like Gen Zers is because it's the internet age. And of course, we are like the start and birth of the internet age. So it kind of makes sense. And just to give some stat numbers on it, we are the largest group of individuals are between 18 and 39. And 71% of all U.S. fantasy sports players are between the ages of 18 and 39, which is crazy if you ask me.
That's an interesting stat right there.
58% of those people are specifically 25 to 44. So it's a key millennial demographic. But the interesting fact about this is the gender split. Like the demographic is predominantly male at 60%, but there's also a significant number of women that are participating at around 39%, showing broad appeal across both spectrums and stuff, So it's not just men that are Googling stats and figuring out what's what, the women are just as dominant. And the one who was running our league personally from our church, Christina, and her husband, Jared, it was Christina who was the one who was running it, not her husband, Jared, so. But I guess just kind of like to throw it out there, fantasy football is number one. When you look at all the different fantasy sports, it's 79% of all active online betting and whatnot is for football. And follow that 32% is basketball, and then baseball is at 22%, hockey's at 12%, soccer and college football both at 11%. So everybody's playing football, and if they're not playing football, they're probably playing basketball. And so there's something that you guys can do. You guys could join online. You could go to ESPN Fantasy Sports does fantasy, Yahoo Fantasy, Sleeper, and of course, everybody knows DraftKings. These are all different sites you can go to and play. You could play for money or you could play for free. It's really up to you guys. What you guys want to do, I guess, and to close it out, playing fantasy sports can be fun. It could also be disappointing because the players can get injured, and sometimes the trash talk could go a little bit too far. Sometimes, if you're a sensitive person, you need to be careful with these groups because you can get your feelings hurt, but you can't let it show because it's football. I don't know, but ultimately, like look for these moments. Come together, and if someone asks you to join the pool, it's something you don't even really have to pay attention to. You just pick your players at the beginning or do an auto draft, and it'll just set it up for you. And you can check in on it if you wanted to, and be part of community. If you're looking to build community in your life, a great way to do it, online fantasy. And you don't have to bet money again. You don't have to spend money on this stuff. So if you guys ain't got no questions, man, that's been the Millennial Moment for you.
Hey.
Love it. I love it.
Love it. Huh. Okay. So are you in the league right now, Dr. Poole?
I'm giving up on fantasy because it's a headache, man. I spend so much time trying to pick my players, and then my number one gets hurt. Like last year, I didn't play this year. I played last year. Saquon Barkley was my number one pick. He paid off, no doubt. But like, there's just other teams they just have better players, man. It's a branch where you get placed in the branch for your picks. Makes a lot of difference, and so if you're placed at the top, you get to pick first. But if it's on a wraparound, you have to wait until it goes to the bottom, and then from the bottom back to the top in order to pick again. So I swear, if you could get in the middle, you're actually probably best, like a 5 or 6.
I got a prediction.
What's that?
What is it?
They're going to be a fantasy football type YouTube channel or YouTube league where people can be able to bet on the stats of whatever videos that do. Because honestly, all you're doing is betting on analytics.
Yeah,
literally
ultimately.
Betting on analytics. Like, if your player is going to complete a bunch of passes, they got more chance. Their team has more chances to win that game. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
Huh? You talking about like taking bets on like videos from the game?
Nope. Videos from, like, say for instance, Mr. Beast and I Show Speed. They put up 2 videos together, and somebody has I Show Speed beating out more views in a certain time frame than Mr. Beast. And if that channel goes up,
like almost like a video competition.
Sort of, kind of, but because you're betting on analytics. Anything with analytics is pretty much what you'll be betting on. You're betting that this will do this amount and this will do this amount. But if it underperformed, then the underdog wins, and whoever bets on the underdog wins the pot.
Right.
Okay, I see that. I mean, because if you think someone like a Mr. Beast who has such a large following, he has his own channel.
Yeah.
I can see it. I don't know if does I Know Speed have his own channel? I Show Speed?
Probably. I'm sure
he's up there. I know he's up there. I don't know if
he has one because he's been on the Beast games, and the Beast games are only people who've actually been who have successful YouTube channels. Now I know he's a streamer. And hey, that may happen.
No, I'm talking about like Roku channel. Like if you go to like get whatever TV platform you use, like if you go on the Roku TV right now, you can download the Mr. Beast app and watch shows on Mr. Beast app. I'm wondering if I Show Speed. I don't know. I haven't seen if he has one, but though that's next level right there. When you got your own app that people could download on the Roku TV and whatnot.
It's not that hard. You just got to have enough content. As long as you have, like, we have enough content to actually download it and get it. It's only $2.99 a year. $299 for a year to get a channel on the Roku. And as long as you have enough spots to fill in those channels weekly, after 1 week, you can repeat the whole week. I looked into it.
Okay.
It's just that there's no ad revenue for you because of the fact that you're not a Mr. Beast. Now, Mr. Beast.
That's the differentiators. I'm like, wait a minute. There's perks to being Mr. Beast up in this thing.
Exactly. Because he got people from running ads to him.
So one thing I respect about Mr. Beast. What's
Mr. Beast?
Mr. Beast. Speak my peace, Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast.
Well, he does a lot of give backs, man. I've seen him be very charitable, and he helps a lot of people out with all that damn money he makes. Because I know he's like a half a billionaire or something like that.
Well, he's probably past it now because of the fact he did a $200 million deal with Amazon.
Sheesh.
Plus, they're selling his candy in the stores. I know my daughter showed me a video where he built a bunch of wells in Africa so that villages could have clean water.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one thing that I learned from my mentors is the more you have, the more you can give. And there's programs out there that people could go to that are given that are helping people in need right now. Ain't that right? The main man with the game plan, Corey Giovanni. What's going on with that, man?
Yes. So, we are in the times where it is very hard for people. SNAP benefits has been delayed based off of what I've been, because of the Supreme Court judge had ordered for the emergency funds to be used now. So the SNAP benefits will be rolling out soon. But in the meantime, in between time, there's programs that especially food banks all across the country, they are distributing free food. And there's I put it in the video. And it will be in the description because it was on our agenda. The link where every state can go to that link and they can find where there's a place that's distributing and how much is going to be distributed, as far as like how much food they're going to be giving away. But I would say you guys take advantage of it because of the fact that I even told my moms about it. Because at not the SoFi, but the Kia Forum this past Saturday, they did a drive up, and the drive up they gave away a month worth of groceries. I told my auntie to go out there, and she went ahead and got some groceries with my mom. All they had to do was pull up the car, and then boom, they dropped the box, and they did it for, I believe it was over 1,000 people. Mm-hmm. And Think Watch, shout out to Think Watch, the people who had I'm wearing Sticks, one of our Gardena alumni. He has an organization that gives away groceries every other Saturday. Nice. And then every Friday, you can go to We Grow LA, which is off of Slauson and Western, next to the Slauson Mall. You can go and grab you a box of groceries, long as you can carry it. And if you can't carry it, there's going to be gentlemen there to help you carry it to either your car or your vehicle to help you distribute groceries. Nice. I said it before. I said this is going to be time to show up for people who can show up, and people are showing up, and I believe that's the state that we're in. Unfortunately, we had to let this happen for us to see that people can actually work together and care. But it goes to show that we care, right? Yeah. No matter what side of the fence you're on, people care about people, and it's showing it.
Yeah. Nah, I like that. And that's good too, man. To your point, man, it always seems like there's a crisis we have to go through together to show how much we can actually come together as a community in this country, man. What you think about that, Bobby? Why is that, Bobby? Why is that?
I think I don't know. There's something in humans. Most humans, I do believe, are good people, where they see somebody hurting and they want to go and offer them some sort of comfort or some sort of help. And I think that's something we should be doing. It doesn't cost you anything to be kind to people. That's absolutely free.
True.
You can choose kindness every single day. You can choose to be compassionate towards others who may not be in that situation. I met somebody during my trauma therapy that I'm doing with my church for the military stuff. She's another veteran, and I got to talking with her, and she didn't really have any friends. She does attend our church. She has a wife, and a lot of times she hasn't always been given a lot of support for her life choices. And and she had told me that her son just got his first apartment, and he has absolutely nothing. So myself and another veteran, we took that to heart, and we bought him a bed, and I gave him the blessings box. So we got him toilet paper, laundry detergent, stuff that you need, just to kind of get you by. Those little essentials tend to go by the wayside, and you can't talk about it and not be about it.
Yeah.
And so, regardless of how people treated her in the past, God's love should be able to shine through all of us. And from one veteran to another, we should have each other's backs, regardless of your sexual lifestyle. That doesn't matter at the end of the day, because God still loves us all the same. So let's show love. Let's show up for people and be supportive and be that helping hand. Be a blessing to others.
Yeah.
It's free to be kind.
Yeah, it's free to be kind.
It's free to be kind. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. What's your take on that? Anything else to add, Dr. Poole, on all of that?
Well, I was down on my luck for a while and was in need of assistance. And I always relied on the churches around me, and normally they often helped me. In fact, when I was living on the streets, that was kind of what gave me a second chance, was going to a church to get food and then participating in some of their church activities, and eventually them giving me a job as a janitor, which I did for about 5 years, and which led me into cleaning swimming pools and starting a swimming pool business. So
that's what's up.
It is hard when you have nothing and you're struggling, but there are options, and sometimes you got to just put in the work. A lot of times they'll give you food, but it's not enough food to last you very long if you're really trying to eat. So if you could have multiple churches you can go to, because some churches, they'll only let you go once a month. So if you could have other places lined up, you could survive. And with the homeless crisis in Los Angeles right now, that's how a lot of them are surviving through the private organizations that Corey works with and represents, and local churches.
Do a lot of churches in y'all's area only let you come once a month?
The church that I attended, they had a once a month program. If you were homeless if you were just like in need of help, if you were homeless and on the street, they give you like one bag and you could come back weekly, but the stuff in that bag is gone in like 2 to 3 days, honestly, So if you could have another place you can go to, have like 4 or 5 places and you can survive.
I know.
Just let it be temporary though, guys, man. It's easy to live on the street when you're homeless and you see that you can survive. Like, it's easy to make that choice to stay there.
Good point.
To Bobby's question, there's some church that only do it once a month because they themselves may not have the resources. But that's why other organizations and nonprofits pick up the slack. You know what I mean? I would hope that more churches would do it and do it more often. But there are a lot of churches in LA that they're very old school, and then the church community is old, so they don't have the bandwidth to do it every day or every week, because let's be honest, senior citizens don't want to be carrying big boxes to a car. It's very hard for them to do so. But thank God for people like Think Watts and We Grow LA out there on the front line doing what they said they were going to do, and they feed in LA and they grow in LA and they feed in their communities. Sisters of Watts as well.
On that one, hell yeah, that's what's up. Shout out to them, man. Shout them out one more time, man.
Sisters of Watts, Think Watts, and We Grow LA. Shout out to you. You guys know who it is. It's your main man Corey Giovanni over here giving y'all some love, because y'all doing God's work, baby.
Hey, my takeaway from all of that was if you can donate. Choose your cause or nonprofit of choice and give them money, man. That's always been my goal. And how I maneuver, because I don't have the time to volunteer. But my mentor taught me that if you don't have the time to volunteer, but if you can donate to some people that will, give it to them. So that's my ask to anyone who's watching this, man. If you can either volunteer the time. A wise man once told me people pay in 2 ways. You either pay with time or you pay with money. Oftentimes, the people that don't have the money have the time, so they pay with the time. But sometimes if they have the money, they don't have the time, so they pay with the money. It was a wise man taught me that about 15 years ago. It was the main man with the game plan, Corey Giovanni. Man, he told me that a long time ago, brother. I remember that too.
Yeah, because one of my mentors, he said at church, this was before he was my mentor. He was like, if you can't spend the money, spend the time. But if you can spend the money, spend the money. Because time you ain't never going to get back. You can earn more money.
Yep.
That's true.
Yep.
But
yeah, that was some game. You laced me with the long. So you got it from your pastor or your pastor, right?
Nah, it wasn't a pastor. It was a mentor of mine. He's my success coach now, Desmond, who was on.
Desmond, okay, you do it. Hey, that was some good game right there, man. Because that changed my life. Because that actually started my journey to learn more about leverage. And the importance of leverage, right?
Yeah.
The whole point of leverage is to give yourself more free time. So sometimes you need to take a break and enjoy some entertainment. And you know my favorite type of entertainment to enjoy, sir?
Strip club?
No.
No.
When I was younger, in my younger years, I'm down for a good strip club, or you know what I'm saying? But nah, it's a little bit more. I would say G-rated, but some of these movies are R-rated now. But Marvel, I'm a big Marvel fan, man. I'm always a big Marvel fan, comic book fan. Hey, well, we go clap for that one, man.
Yeah, let's drop some bombs.
I gotta put you on center stage for that, baby.
What I wanted to do is, hey, wait a minute, they put it on me real quick. Hey, real quick, I got to shout out, my son's plant business, Plant Daddy, man. He got the gear, man. He sells plants out there, Southern California. I need some plants them up out there. But now I wanted to take it back, man. We got two huge Marvel heads on this show, and we haven't really talked about Marvel that much. And this has been a busy year for Marvel, man. A busy year for Marvel. And what I want to do is just give you a 2025 Marvel recap to let y'all know what came out this year just under the Marvel brand. First, we had the Fantastic Four, first steps. I have an admission to make. Don't
tell me you ain't seen it.
I ain't seen it.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the Disney Plus.
Yeah,
it comes out Wednesday on Disney Plus,
and that's good to know. The reason why I hadn't seen it because I love you, Marvel, but y'all been slacking, dog. Like normally, I make the time to go to the movies to see every single movie you release, but y'all been underperforming lately. So I need y'all to step that game up, man. I need.
Whoa, that's a challenge.
Marvel heads on here. I'm going to debate that. I'm going to tell you right now, it's all perspective. I personally love Captain America, Brave New World, because they finally introduced Red Hulk, right? Everybody knows in the comic book, Red Hulk was the shish, right?
He was.
And number two, you had introduced the Brainiac. And then if you know anything about Brainiac, you also know the stories about the Hulks. You know what I'm saying?
But that was 2024 Marvel. Let's get back to 2025 Marvel.
No. That is Brave New World.
When did that one come out?
February. See, you ain't a real Marvel fan, man.
And the challenge has begun.
You saying that was February?
Yeah, let's go for it. Go
look it up. Look it up, dog. Look it up.
I don't have to look it up. I know.
I'll look it up. You looking it up right now, Bobby? It looks like you're looking it up.
That's how underwhelming it was. I don't even remember that it came out this year. It didn't even make it on my list. That's how underwhelming it was.
Came out February.
Marvel was slacking, yo.
And then after that, because Marvel come out with a movie every 3 years, except for last year and the next year. And last year, the only one that came out was Deadpool. See, you're right. I missed it. That's how underwhelming it was.
The next one that they come out with was supposed to be the next one.
The other things they came out this year was Eyes of Wakanda. That one that was a slept on one right there, man. That Eyes of Wakanda was good.
That was really damn good.
It was damn.
That was the one where the girl takes over Black Panther, right? She becomes the Black Panther. The sister.
No, it's an animated. It's an animated.
I'm not there yet.
Series.
Right.
It's the show.
That's way at the end of the MCU universe so far. I'm not there yet. I got
you got
50 episodes of other shit to watch before I get there.
I tell you what though, that if they made all the movies at that level of quality, they would have no problem. I mean, the storyline is good. Everything is good, man.
You know who wrote it, right?
If you're gonna talk about series, I got some interesting thoughts on series on the
I do not know who wrote that. Who wrote that one?
Ryan Coogler.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah,
creator of Black Panther and Wakanda Forever. He wrote Eyes of Wakanda.
Dude, great storyline.
Great
storyline.
It blew my mind.
Tell you how it ends, but that's a spoiler. Go watch that.
Watch it.
The next one that came out this year that was amazing was Marvel Zombies.
Hey,
another good one.
I'm looking forward to get into that too, man. I just started. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go. What were you saying, Dr. Poole?
Yeah, I was gonna say I just started getting into. I reached the what if portion in the MCU, right? So it's like the animated series of what happens, and so that's where they first explore the zombies, right? You got the Scarlet Witch zombie and the Tony Stark zombie and shit like that. So I like how I like where they went in the what if series with that. I'm very interested in getting the zombies and seeing what it's about.
Now
I'm waiting though, man. I gotta go in order.
I feel you, but Zombies is TVMA, and they did right by the.
They did right by it.
Yeah.
They did right by it. Yeah. So if you like the what if, it picked. So the Marvel zombie storyline picks up from that episode, the one with the Scarlet Witch zombie. It picks up and continues that storyline.
Okay. I'm in the middle of season 2 right now. She just battled against the evil Doctor Strange.
That was a good one. That was a good one. Real good. Yeah. That was, they did a good job with the what if, man. They got to keep that. And then another show, it came back. He came back straight off of Netflix. They had to have their cool off period. Daredevil Born Again, man.
Born Again.
Oh.
And they did this one gruesome. Like, you see bone breaks, and I was like, oh, I love it.
Yeah.
You know what I noticed with the series, man? It seems like they're still setting them up in 3 movie sequences. Like I haven't gotten far yet, but like Scarlet Witch was or WandaVision was 6 episodes, 1 hour-long episode. So if you add them together, it's 3 movies. And they kind of did the same thing with Loki in 2 seasons. So it was like two trilogies for Loki and shit. And they did the same thing with with the new Captain America and stuff. So it's interesting to see how on that movie line it's still averaging out to like 3 movies a year. You know, like it's crazy.
I see how you're doing that math. I'm seeing that. I'm seeing that. Yeah. And so the last one they did this year, so far was Ironheart. And Ironheart, I liked it, man. I liked it. I don't know if you had a chance to watch that one, Corey.
Oh yes, bro. I'm on it every time it come out, bro. That's the only reason why I keep the Disney subscription, bro. Real time.
That's the only reason why I keep it. Have you checked out any of those shows, Bobby, or had a chance
not
to?
the ones that y'all are talking about.
I
hardly ever watch TV, y'all. I really, honestly, ever watch TV.
Well, when you get a chance to, those are some good shows to check out. Especially if I had to choose one, just one out of all of them, it would be Eyes of Wakanda.
So I was about to tell you, I've heard nothing but good things about the Eyes of Wakanda, and I would love to see that. I do like the Black Panther movies.
Man, that's a great one.
I honestly think whatchamacallit,
Ironheart to play off of the Iron Man?
Well, so what happened is yes, but also it's a blend with it's also a blend of Wakanda Forever because Riri Williams was in Wakanda.
She was
Forever.
in Wakanda Forever. Yeah.
I truly like Ironheart better than all the series that came out and movies that came out this year because I didn't know it was going to take that dark turn towards the end.
Okay. Ooh, there's some stiff comp. Yeah, that is. You know what?
Don't throw too many spoilers out there, guys.
I'm not going to throw any out there, but I can see that just because there's some emotional attachment with Ironheart, and I understand that. Like once you get a chance to watch it, and there's some stuff you're like, oh man, like okay, I feel that. There nothing else gets me that emotional like Ironheart does. Yeah. And then it does take that dark turn, which is setting up some stuff for future stuff.
For the future.
Yeah. And speaking of the near future, so let's talk about the future of Marvel. So the next one up that's coming out is Wonder Man. That's the next one coming out. I am not too familiar with Wonder Man. He was an older character by the time I got into comic books as a kid, but Vision is actually loosely based off of Wonder Man. There's a storyline there. I know the storyline with Vision the old school Vision in the comic books got most of his power from Wonder Man. Or had his subconscious, and there was like a love triangle between Scarlet Witch, Wonder Man, Vision. That's like something known in comic book history. So I don't know if they're gonna bring that to light as we continue with what's going on and growing in this Marvel scene. So Daredevil, season 2 was coming.
Yeah,
I'm excited for that.
Hey, I noticed originally he was a white guy.
Who, Wonder Man?
Yeah, I looked at like his character. It looked like he was originally a white guy.
Nick Fury Nick Fury was originally a white guy.
Original Nick Fury was white.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Samuel L. Jackson's character was the character from a different universe. And actually, I remember watching an interview. The person who created that universe storyline said he created that version of I'm having a Nick Fury. He created that version based off of Samuel Jackson on purpose. So like that character, the way he designed that character was based off of Samuel Jackson. So that's pretty cool to play a character that was based off of
and like in the comics he had an eye patch and everything too.
Yeah,
he's always had an eye patch.
Yeah, but he had hair in the comics. He had like the Wave Nouveau dude with the black hair on the top and the gray hair on the sides. Because there was a video game called Punisher. And you can either be the Punisher or Nick Fury.
Oh, speaking of the Punisher's special presentation is coming out next year. So he's having his own series, movie, whatever they're going to call it. But he has his own thing coming out. And I love the new version of Punisher. Spider-Man Brand New Day is coming out. So waiting on that definitely next year. The end of next year, Avengers Doomsday. That's supposed to come December 2026. And then the following year is Avengers Secret Wars. So that's I skipped a couple of things just to hurry up and get us to Avengers Secret War, but that's where we are with Marvel right now, man. Corey Giovanni, man, I can see some thoughts, spinning, man.
So if you're really into the Marvel cinematic, and then you go through the timeline, the hero that a lot of people are not mentioning that's going to be real big in Doomsday, which is the one that's coming up with Dr. Doom, is Loki. Loki is tying all the universes together. That's the reason why, if you notice in the last season of Loki 2, did you get a chance to see it, Donald? So
he's in there. He's just wrapped up in there, holding everything together, man.
Yeah. And if you also follow like certain channels, they let you know that certain people contracts were renewed, certain people contracts were, you know what I'm saying, finalized at this movie. So you can tell when like you start seeing promo of some commercials of certain characters, or Chris Hemsworth, I think he decided just to go off the strip and tell everybody, thank you, we love you. And you know what I'm saying? He did the same thing Gal Gadot did on Wonder Woman on the when
Gal Gadot
when what's his name took over the DCEU. What's his name? The person who did the Guardians of the Galaxy.
James Gunn.
James Gunn. When James Gunn took over that, she did her final goodbye and farewell because she knew that she wasn't going to be no more of that in there. Chris Hemsworth is in Doctor Doom because if you look at the Russo's trailer they did, where all the characters, the chair was there, his name was on the chair, and at the end of that chair was Robert Downey Jr. sitting in the chair and was like, shh, and he walks off and it says, now in production, Doomsday.
What did they call that? It was the chair something. I forgot what they called that event, man.
Yeah.
But that was
Hemsworth played Thor.
What'd you say?
Chris Hemsworth played Thor.
Chris Hemsworth played Thor.
Yeah, he played Thor. But
and supposedly he dies in the next.
It's my second favorite. No.
Yeah, he's gone though. He's gone because if you look at what they're doing, and this is to give you guys some replay so you can go Disney. Thank you, because you can tell me thank you. Every cinema.
Hey, real quick, Creative Native said freaking nerds. Yep, you're damn right.
For the last 2.5 years, maybe even 3, they've been setting up the young Avengers. So you will see a young hero somewhere. Brave New World, you had Falcon, which was not the Captain America who played by Sam Wilson. It was Alex Rodriguez. He plays the Falcon.
Yeah.
And so that's one of the new Avengers. Okay. If you remember Hawkeye, the new Hawkeye, she's young. And if you remember Mrs. Marvel, she's young.
She's young, yeah.
All these, they're setting
new Spider-Man, he's one of the young Marvels too, man. Spidey Miles, he's considered a young Avenger.
Because Spider-Man is still in the MCU, but because he disappeared during the snap and he reappeared, he lost 5 years, so he's still young. But in the Sonyverse, they are supposed to be introducing Miles Morales.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
You know, one thing too, you got
one more movie left for that before they go live action. We waiting for what is it? We had Into the Spider-Verse. Was it Across the Spider-Verse? And then there's the last one.
Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Beyond the Spider-Verse.
And that's not coming to 2027.
Man, the cliffhanger they left us on was not right.
The movie was supposed to come out this year.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, if you know how they made that movie, they had over 170 artists. Go ahead, Don.
I want to change the movie real quick, even though we were just talking about Thor. You said that Thor was going to die. It's interesting because in the Thor Love and Thunder, when he kills the other god, Zeus. Yeah. Right. And then now it's Zeus's son, the dude Hercules. Is now supposed to be coming after Thor. I can't wait to see what these two god battles end up doing. They bring the Greek god and the Norse gods together to fight against each other. Man, that is going to be an unbelievable big god war. Oh my god!
I would definitely pay to see that in the movies.
Hey,
that's going to be amazing.
One of the things one of the theories that's been talked about is they're using all of this to lead up to Avengers Secret Wars to do a reboot of the universe, and so they could focus more on the X-Men characters and really zero in on the X-Men drama and the X-Men saga. There you go. So that goes back to when Deadpool was like, dude, they're gonna have him play Wolverine till he's 90.
For real.
Well, with AI, they can.
They sure can. But yeah, man. So I'm excited. If as long as they step their game up and they meet the quality of what they've been putting out on Disney Plus. I haven't seen Fantastic Four yet. You said it's coming out Wednesday on Disney Plus?
On Disney Plus, yes.
All right.
It was a great movie.
Once I watch that, I'll get caught up. I'll be 100% caught up.
Now you haven't seen Captain America: Brave New World.
I have. I've seen it a couple of times.
Okay.
Dude, every Marvel movie I normally watch at least 10 times.
God damn.
At least 10 times. Dude, my number one favorite Marvel movie till this day is Captain America: Winter Soldier. To me, that's like the best movie they made, man, because it didn't rely too much on special effects. It was just a damn good storyline. It's basically a spy story, just with Marvel characters. It's like a spy thriller with Marvel characters. Dude, they killed the game with that one. They was trying to kind of capture that in Brave New World, but it was just too much going on in that one for me, man. Like, pick
my favorite. My favorite one.
What's your favorite one?
It's the toss up between Avengers and Endgame.
Okay.
Avengers, it was just something about it. The fact that you got all the heroes that you watched for the last 10 years in one movie.
That was dope.
And then the fact that the ending, I think everybody and their mama got up out of their seats when it was like, yo, Cap, on your left. And because his shield was broken. Thanos was about to kill him. Yeah. And then you saw people just coming from out of the portals. And I was like, fuck
yeah. That was a moment. I may have dropped a couple of tears on that one.
Yeah.
So what are your top 3 favorite Marvel characters in your movie?
Well, hold on. Before we get to that, you got to tell us what your favorite Marvel movie is, Bobby. While you think about that, creative, my favorite MCU movie is Blade. Ooh, a lot of people forget that Blade was a Marvel character in the Marvel movie. Hey, I give you that one. I drop a bomb on that one. Mm-hmm. Well, go ahead, Bobby.
I think collectively the time that it had come out, I really liked Iron Man.
Okay.
So I love the technology. I love that he was in the middle of nowhere and built his first iron suit out of scrap. Who
Yeah.
does that?
Yeah. Now that's dope.
Tony Stark.
Tony
You know
Stark.
what's
Baby.
so dope about that? You said something that made a lot of sense, Bobby. He did it with scraps. Now, mind you, he was a billionaire. Most people who think billionaires, they're just lazy and they just point the finger and have other people do it. He built his own suit in a cave.
In a motherfucking cave, boy.
That's
In the middle of nowhere, Afghanistan.
That's why it is. It's that Afghanistan right there for you, soldier.
Yeah. And surprisingly,
memories.
I never thought that. Honestly, I wasn't up until the MCU. I wasn't a fan of Iron Man. I literally was going to pass it. I was like, I can pass it. But then I saw the Incredible Hulk, and he was at the end of the Incredible Hulk, and I was like,
yeah.
Oh, this might be good.
So, Dr. Poole, what's your favorite Marvel movie or show? Whatever, pick
Man,
one.
I'm a big Guardians of the Galaxy. Man, I love all the Guardians. Number one was probably the best, but when they linked up with Thor, that was Guardians of the Galaxy and Thor, and they went to that planet and with the Hulk, and that's probably the best one I've seen so far. I love that one.
So you know what? Guardians of the Galaxy was just like Iron Man for me. I never got into Iron Man when I read comic books. I never got into the Guardians, but
me either.
I tell you, that's just how good Marvel is or was.
It was Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt won me into Guardians of the Galaxy. Him and Batista as fucking Drax.
He was dope. I like that. I named my dog Drax because of
that.
So no, but that's what Marvel had to do, right? Because all of the characters we really wanted to see, they didn't own the rights to. So to get things going, they had to use an Iron Man because they had the rights to it. They had to use Guardians of the Galaxy because they had the rights to them. When Thor first came out, I was never really into Thor. I thought it was like the weirdest movie ever. I like it now. I was over here like Rainbow Bridge, like is that in San Francisco?
Right. Again, I think it's the actor that brought it out. Like Chris Hemsworth is just a great actor. Man.
Yeah.
Honestly, I wasn't even into that. I was into the video games, Marvel versus Capcom, right?
Oh yeah. See, in that case, I'm X-Men. I would say X-Men characters because ultimately I'm an X-Men nut, but they're not in the universe yet.
They coming. They come, yo. I'll tell you what, and that's why I'm gonna end this off at X-Men are coming. It's about to be all about the X-Men. The original X-Men for the last time is what they saying in Avengers Doomsday. We'll see that and get to say our final goodbyes to those actors playing those characters as they get close to rebooting it, and we're gonna get all new X-Men characters. So that's it on that one, man. So speaking of being intentional with the plan on how you gonna reboot a universe, there's different ways to be intentional. When we get to millennial parenting, what can we teach these kids about being intentional, Miss Bobby?
So for this week's segment, I was talking about brought it to the group, told them, what do you think? Anytime before we bring on any of these parenting segments, anything with Millennial Moment, we all talk cooperatively and say, hey, can we bring this out and say that this is something good content? And so a couple weeks ago, I was talking with my daughter. She actually submitted an essay for her English class, and she got a 100 on it. And her teacher pulled her aside right before she went to her next class, and he told her that he was very proud of her because not a whole lot of people come forward and say things like this, and he wishes more people were like this. And so I say all this to tell you this segment is going to be called Dating with the Purpose. So,
I like it. I like it.
So basically, we want to get back to a standard of, some people might call it old school, but really, if you talk to your grandparents, they did not date, several people or even sleep with several people. They dated with the intention of marrying one another. So there were lower divorce rates. There were less broken homes. And that's kind of
payments. Gotta put that out there.
A lot more kids, a lot
more kids. But you know what? I told my daughter, I think that that's beautiful because every single thing wrong with our country and around the world goes back to the home. Is your home is the home broken, or is the home a safe space that's going to produce active, successful young adults who want to go out into the world and achieve great things? Everything starts in the home. And so when we talk about dating with a purpose, all of that actually goes back to our home environment. Right now, my daughter lives in a two-parent household where both her dad and myself are very active in her life, and for good reason, because we do things according to the Bible. We're not perfect, but we do things according to the Bible. We set forth the expectation that if she is to date, it is with the intention of being married. I want her to be a good wife. I want her to be a good mother. But in order for her to have those, she has to have the example at home. I'm not saying I'm perfect. Y'all, I yell. I got a little anger issues. I got some trauma I'm working through. I do. I'm a yeller. Some of it might be in the military in me because I'm like, bro, if I tell you something and your butt ain't moving after 0.7 seconds after I've spoken it, you best be having something else laid into you because you're about to piss me off. That could just be the military thing, because if an NCO told you something, it was moving. That was the only thing you said, and you got to it. There was no, let me sit here and chit chat for a little bit. Talk.
I need a sense of urgency.
And he just said, you know what? I told my daughter the other day, she was doing something. She's just chilling while she was walking. I'm like, girl, you better move with a purpose.
Yep.
She's like, what do you mean move with the purpose? I was like, you've got no sense of urgency in your stride. Look at you. You're just chilling like you're back on the block. Yep. And then I was like, oh man, I feel like a drill sergeant over here.
I'm like, my 3-year-old. I'm like, hey, let's go. I'm like, hey, we ain't got time to waste, man. Let's go.
No, for real. You're so serious. Because I got 13-year-olds. And I be like, yo, we about to leave. And they be walking. I'm like, y'all gonna be late. And they be slowing. I be like, move it.
That's for real. Like, what you doing? All right.
Do not make me late. Do not make me late. I'm gonna leave your butt behind. You ain't gonna make me late. But no, so when we talk about dating with a purpose, we want gentlemen to be able to date young ladies, respectable young ladies. I had talked to my daughter and I was like, hey, let me just put it on the table for you. If you're going to go for the very first time and go sleep with a guy, let's bring it to this intimate level for a second. Are you going to feel good thinking that he has feelings for you, but he slept with 10 other women? How's that going to make you feel? And she's like, oh God. She's like, I don't know if I thought about that. I said, no, let's bring it to the gentleman. If there's a lot of gentlemen out there that don't want to date women that have slept with several other men, that's dirty. We don't want to do that. We want to be able to save ourselves for that one. Make it special. And
definitely
bringing it back to the relationship. Let's keep it intentional. Be purposeful in what you're dating, and it's okay to begin with just having a solid friendship. No relationship just matures over time without being friends first. And there's nothing wrong with that. Having a courtship, having a time to date. There's going to be plenty of life later on for you to be alone, but right now is not that time. But we are to be intentional. If we truly do love somebody, that's going to be seen through actions and not just by mere words. Because your actions at the end of the day are going to show what love truly is.
Right.
And so even though we're talking about dating, I would encourage anybody, if you're going through any type of emotional issue with a spouse, maybe you feel like your spouse doesn't love you, if both of you are able to take the time, take the test. It's called the 5 love languages, and learn what their love language is. My husband and I did that from the very get-go. I asked him, what's your love language? He says, I have no idea what that is. I said, okay, well, let's figure it out, because we're not about to go through life miscommunicating things that we do for one another and you don't feel love. That's the last thing that I want. And it was all good, because mine's acts of kindness. And that's probably why I have such a big heart. I do a lot of donating and stuff to other people, because I show love. That's how I show love, through acts of kindness, is being kind to people. But that's how I receive love. Right. And
that's what's up.
So
I think that's key right there, man. Is teaching that right there to children. Like, I didn't learn that till like just a few years ago when I went to counseling, and that's what they told us to read. So and I had that knowledge, like as a youth, man. You talk about being intentional. I like that. I that's what I would throw out there, man. Read that book with your children, and that's a good way to get some quality time with your children is reading that book. What were you going to say?
Did you know? Did you know there's a 5 love languages too for children?
I was just about to say that.
Oh, I'm sorry, Corey.
No, but you're good. You're good. So
go ahead, tell us about it.
One of my co-hosts on the Core Conversations, she is the parent BFF, and she brought that to light. There's a 5 love language for kids. There's a 5 love language for teenagers as well. And the thing about it is, you mature, and sometimes your love language can change depending on certain seasons in your marriage or in your relationship. You know, let's say, for instance, and God forbid it ever happens to anybody who's listening, or that there's a break in the marriage, right? Like there is a infidelity or a loss of trust or whatever. When you guys built that trust back, it may not be physical touch anymore, because of the fact that area over there could be like, you got to grow back into that. But it could be words of affirmation. You know what I'm saying? It could be, it could be other things. But I truly believe that, like you said, acts of giving. I truly believe that as we mature more and we go through our other stages in life, because I plan to be with my wife till I die. And when I get older, there's going to be certain things that ain't going to work like it used to. So then, I'm gonna lean on to the other stuff. To be honest with you, let's come in. We having real life conversations, right?
Real life, baby. Real life.
At 60, 70 years old, you probably ain't gonna be trying to do in the butt. You probably just gonna be trying to just, you know what I'm saying? Baby, hold my hand real quick. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that my fingers ain't numb because I don't feel them. You know what I mean?
Yo, let me share something, man. Creative Native said some are lucky enough to experience dating young and others later in life. Now, he's one of the ones that did it young. He younger. He's my baby brother, but I look up to him because he's been with his wife since, I want to say, a sophomore in high school. They've been married. So they did it the way we're talking about doing it, Bobby. Like they started young. They stayed together. Of course, being that young, there were some issues here and there, but they worked it out, man. And I got 4 nieces and a nephew, man, that I get love on because of that. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the goal. Like that, they are like the perfect example of that goal. You too, Corey. You dated Latoya, right? Back in the day when we were in high school and stuff.
Senior year.
About that, sir. Talk about it, man. Come on.
Here's the thing. If you got I've always knew that I was going to be somebody. I'm going to keep it honest with you. I thought I was going to be rich at an early age because I was just motivated on certain things. People was in track. Y'all had track. I had work. People went to college. I went to work. So I was like, and then I found somebody who really spoke life into me. And then we dated. We dated first. It didn't work out, but because we weren't friends. So we built that friendship, and then as I matured and she matured, and we realized what we really wanted out of this thing called life, and then we both sat down and we thought it would be a great idea for us to date each other, and we dated with intention. And 23 years later, we're married. 20 years married, 3 years of intentional dating.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Creative Native, chime in, man. How long you been married, man? Put that out there, man. 20 years. We got 20 years right there. Hey, when they talk about relationship goals, that's it right there, man.
Yeah, man.
That's it right there. I fully support what Bobby is talking about, man. It's teaching.
I read a lot of things. I'm reading a book called 100 Ways to Love Your Husband, because at the end of the day, in your marriage, the only thing you can do is work on you. You can't work on the other person, but you can work on you. And you can be accountable for the things that you do and the things that you say. Gentlemen, I can't speak to them. Maybe one of the other gentlemen on the show can. However, for the ladies, it is important to be respectful to your men, and be mindful, because your children see that. They see that. And I hope, God forbid, something ever happened to me. I want my babies to take care of daddy the way mama did. And that's important, is setting the example daily, being mindful when we sit down at the table. And this ain't no lie. I'm not fronting. This is how we run our family. I cook, I serve everybody their plate. Daddy gets served last because he's going to eat hot food. If anybody's going to eat cold food, it's not going to be him. Daddy gets served last. I sit down and I make sure everybody gets their their first plate of food.
That's it
And
right there.
and so, I take care of him. And the
Amazing.
girls know that. The girls see that. It's not a front I put on. They see the genuineness. We wait. If Daddy's not sitting at the table, we will wait for him to sit down, and he is going to pray over our dinner. And we are going to pray together as a family. That is done nightly, and we do it together. Nobody eats in their rooms. We don't eat separately. That dinner table is family time. And I'm hoping that, along with dating with a purpose, is just being intentional in your daily life, because it's going to show up in your relationship.
Yeah.
It's going to show up later. If you want your children to have good, productive, successful relationships, we should all want them. We should never want our children to run into a brokenness. And we don't have to let, some of our traumas from the past haunt their futures. And so
100%.
we have to be intentional what we're doing daily, making sure that we're setting the best example possible for our children. We want them to be
I like
purposeful in their relationship.
So purposeful. Creative Native chimed in. He's been married 14 years, but they've been together for 23 years.
Yeah.
So that, again, relationship goals, man. I gotta drop bomb on that right there.
Yeah.
I like that, man. I like that. What's your take on that, Dr. Poole? You've been kind of quiet on this one so far, man.
Well, for me and my personal relationships, I kind of always had, troubles with relationships. I've been able to keep very many long-term ones. But I think the best thing to do for the young ones that I would suggest is to just try and be honest and straightforward with them, on figuring out how they can relate consequences for bad decisions. I think that there is always an advantage to finding love at a younger age and cultivating it, because you get to learn each other. And I think that's why you guys are successful in long-term relationships, because you guys have learned each other. But it's about getting to that point, and a lot of people struggle with that. And so I think it's what are you looking for? Like, for me personally, I finally found someone who's like meets the criteria of the things that I'm personally looking for like long-term. And so I've always been super picky, and like if you date or have fun or whatever is what I was primarily looking for, because most women don't meet the standard that I'm looking for in a long-term relationship. But you guys should, for those who are single out there and getting older, you might want to think about maybe lowering the standards a little bit, because I was getting to the point where I was like running out of time almost, maybe, to an extent. So definitely, if you're looking to not be alone, well, some people could be single their whole lives, and it's no big deal, For me, I don't want to die alone, so I would like to have somebody there,
Hey, that's real. Not wanting to die alone. That's real, man.
I feel that.
So,
real. That's real.
Yeah, I've been with the girl I'm with now for a year. It's now become the third longest relationship of my life. So,
hey,
better late than never, my friend.
Yeah, we'll see where it goes from here. Hopefully, it's going down the right path so far. So we'll see how it is.
Yeah. How do you feel about this topic about the dating with the purpose? Do you think learning to find love young, that's a good thing, and learning to be friends first before diving into a relationship? What do you think?
I think I wasted a lot of years playing around, and I think I missed out on a lot. Missed out on that wedding. Might be missing out on kids. If you get certain things locked in, if you're looking to preserve your legacy, do it at a young age. Women, young age too, because I think it's a little bit harder for women as they get older to keep the options of family, and reproduction, as opposed to men. But if you could land someone in the 20s and they're good to you and they're willing to put up with your BS and still be with you, then you need to keep that person on lock.
Yeah, but also quit the BS.
Okay, there you go.
If they gonna put up with your BS, give them a reason for them to put up with your BS by stop BS.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a negative person. I should work on being more positive and shit. I get you. I see what you're saying.
Now, I mean, here's the thing. The plus side of dating later is, one, you know what you know. You know what you like. You know what you like. You know who you are at the age you're in, right? Mm-hmm. So you know what you can tolerate. You know what you won't tolerate. And if you can convey that to a partner, and that partner is like, okay, well, I'm this way and I'm that way, and you got, you know what I'm saying, you opposites attract. Boom. You don't really have to wait 6 or 8 months because of the fact that you guys already lived life. You guys are already mature enough to the point where I'm not about to go and be somebody else's side piece when I don't want to be a side piece. I want to be a main course. You know what I'm saying? And when you got main course mentality, the next thing comes is the dessert with a cherry on top.
Hey. I like it. But so we got some comments from Creative Native. He said, live life and worry about a family later because it's not easy. Like most people think it is when they look at his relationship, it's a commitment. And he said that's what he teaches his kids.
Yeah.
And I respect that too. I going back to Bobby's original point of teaching kids to date with intent, and maybe that intentful dating is you don't create that family yet as you learn, right? Because what I've noticed, and I was guilty of this, is I would jump into situationships, but I wasn't really like comfortable with who I was yet. Which because I didn't have anyone really teach me that. I was taught to get out there, you know what I'm saying, player. And you measure your wealth as a man by how many chicks you got, right? That's completely the wrong way to learn it, man. Like
no public ping.
Man. So I wish I would have learned it better. You know what I mean? Like it's just I was only that way just because that's how I was groomed to be. But if I had someone in my life that would have taught the importance of do what Corey did, like me, first work on yourself, become a better person at a young age so that you can attract a good person maybe at a young age, or maybe it takes longer to meet that good person, but you attract what you are. And I had to learn later in life to be that good person, which ultimately that's my takeaway from you, Bobby. You went through this whole journey of, hey, I'm showing them how to take good care of their man, right? So you're teaching them how to be good women. So those good women will attract a good man.
Not only that, it's not gonna just happen here inside the house. It's gonna happen outside of the house when they do get to be wives. I will be holding your feet to the fire. Are you making sure that you're taking care of your family? That's just where we're dutifully supposed to be, is taking care of our family. That's what we're called to be and called to do. I think the last bit of advice I would offer anybody is, at the end of the day, choose your husband, choose your wife, choose them daily. We walk into a digital world full of virtual options, ideas, theologies that do not match. They conflict with the original structure of marriage. Choose him daily, choose her daily.
I like that. I gotta share it.
You made me think about Weird Science when you said that. The old movie Weird Science.
I remember that movie. So we got a comment from Creative Native. He said, "You are Moreno, so learning later in life is tradition. Only a few are wise like him in the family to be able to do it." So hey, I had to share that. I'm like, yeah, you're right. He took the path not taken. And that's why he's had such a long, fruitful marriage like that. But no, I'm with that, man. I support that. I don't see nothing wrong with it. First, focusing on being a good person, being whole, having that self-love, so that way you can attract it at a young age. I personally think that this whole hookup culture is pushed because not enough people are taking that time to like discover who they are. There's so much like external, extrinsic type value searching. They're putting their value based on being validated. Go ahead, Corey.
It's remember we always talk about the microwave situation, right? We're in a microwave culture where they want everything so quick and so fast. And sometimes, you know what I'm saying, your life has to be a pressure cooker or a pie cook. You know what I'm saying? You got to sit it in there and let that seasoning get inside of you, and you can really marinate so you can know exactly what's your taste. A lot of people don't know their taste. You know, they you know what I'm saying? It got to go beyond the feeling, because you know, I'm not gonna be as graphic as some would say, but when you release one, you realize, like, did I make the right decision doing this? You know what I'm saying? And then you ask yourself, You know what I'm saying? Was it worth it? Ask yourself,
Point.
was it worth it?
Yeah.
And then if it wasn't worth it, think about it in that moment so that next time your dopamine start running, you can be like, you know what? It ain't worth it.
Is it? And that's a good lesson to teach the children. Is it worth it? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I would like to build on top of that too. Like I teach my kids, for the girls, if you do lay down with that person, protection or not, that's the potential baby daddy. Is that person the right person that's gonna build with you and help you take care of that kid for the rest of your life?
The answer is no. You should say no.
There you go, straight up. Same for the boys, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's worse for the boys because not only is that a potential baby mama and y'all don't stay together, if the answer is no, you paying child support, pimp.
Child support.
Dude, hey, that's a real thing. Talk about what child support looks like. Even if you're making minimum wage, that check that you thought you're bringing home, half of that is gone. And that don't even include taxes.
Man, hey,
that's real. Talk about daycare expenses. Shoot, that's a whole mortgage payment.
Dude, when I had that talk with my son, I just showed him the child support line item on my paycheck. He was like, "Damn, you paying that much?" Mm-hmm. Yeah, make sure you wrap that up, youngin. Like, you see, take a picture of this so you can remember anytime. No, it's okay. You don't need that. Think about my child support. I pay for you. Just let that remind you, man.
I think some of that goes right back to the home. Parents are more involved in trying to be, friends with their kids versus being parents. There will be a time for that, but right now it's not the time. Right now they need parents.
Yeah, no, you're right. 100%. And Creative Native, he made a good point for our generation. Maybe not. I don't know if this applies for you, Bobby, because you're a younger millennial, but he said, believe it or not, it was the generation era of music. We grew up listening to Boyz II Men, Tevin Campbell, Jagged Edge, Johnny Gill, Keith Sweat, Finding a Wife, and making family music. They did make more family music back then with the Tevin Campbells and Boyz II Men.
I just want to get married.
I don't know, bro.
I want to get married. Meet me at the altar and go white dress. Oh shit!
Hey!
No younger, we might as well.
Who's making that type of music now, though? Saying straight up, let's get married.
No, I don't know. What? 6'7", 6'7"?
6'7". I just had to share that, but good point. Share that last thought again, Bobby, to close us out, because you made that a good point there. Say that again. Say it again.
Which one? I mean, which one?
It was if the answer is no, then
if that person that you're going to sleep with is not going to be a good baby daddy, a potential baby daddy, think about that. You're going to be connected to that person for the rest of your life, or that baby mama. If the answer is no, the answer for you should be no.
Should be
not today, player.
Not today, player. And vice versa for the boys. If you feel like there's a strong chance, if you had a baby with that chick, you would have to pay child support. Don't lay down with her. Don't lay down. Do it around. But child support services, they're gonna find you. They gonna find you.
It's worth it, bro. Run one out, man. Run one out and get out.
Date with intent. That's been your millennial parenting moment right there. Hey, man, this was a good one. That was a great conversation that we had right there, because that's real stuff, man. This hookup culture is real. And to Creative Native's point, man, I hear some of the music now, and they're not rapping or singing about dating with intent.
No,
at all.
No.
So, yeah, hopefully,
if you can understand them, then they're not rapping about that. No.
I mean, it's
when you don't understand them, all you hear is I got broads in Atlanta and credit card scanners, and then Panda.
I got hoes in different area codes.
That was a whole different.
They just need to go back to the 1900s way of life. Things were so much better in the 1900s.
In
so
the
1900s, yes, sir, they were. A whole different century.
You know what? Just an hour ago, right after I served plates, my 6-year-old was complaining about dinner. She was like, "Oh, it's kind of spicy and blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Girl, please." And I'm sitting over there making me a little plate for lunch tomorrow. She's like, Is this what you ate in the 1980s? Girl, if you don't get up out my kitchen right now.
Oh,
You made me
God.
what the hell you mean the 1980s?
I was born in the 1980s, though.
She's over there trying to peek over what I'm doing. I'm like, girl, get out my kitchen.
That's funny. These kids, boy. Well, hey, hopefully y'all take something from this and pass on to the kids. I forgot who said. I think it was Dr. Poole or Corey who said to be the damn parents. They need parents right now.
Yeah.
And that's what we need to do, man. Steer them in the right direction. But hey, that's it for tonight's show, man. Thank y'all for joining us. Going around the room as we always do about this time. Miss Bobby Lopez. What are you helping folks with out here in the Bexar County and surrounding areas?
Thank you so much for joining us today. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, share, tell a friend, tell a friend. Out here in the Bexar County area, we are doing water mitigation services. So if you have a busted water line somewhere inside of your home, it's caused a lot of water damage, please hit me up on bobby.lopez.5. You can find me on Instagram and at Facebook under Bobby Lopez to help get you any remediation needs that you need to help you and your family.
Talking about water, Dr. Poole, what are you helping folks with out there in the LA and surrounding areas?
Swimming pools and spa cleaning services and filter cleaning services. And you can get some quotes and stuff by emailing me at d.r.poollandspaservice@gmail.com. It's down here on the screen. And if you guys can, if you enjoyed the show, if you guys enjoying the Millennial Moment segment, you could go on ahead and leave me a message at don.rumpf on Facebook or Instagram and throw some thoughts on what you think future topics for the Millennial Moment could be. And we might be able to get your actual Millennial Moment on the show and give you a shout out at the same time. So hit us up.
I like that. The main man with the game plan, Corey Giovanni. What are you helping folks with out there, sir?
All right. So if you are a subject matter expert or a person of authority in your field, you, my friend, deserves a podcast. And I am the one to help you get it launched. Click in the link below inside the description and make sure you get that ebook podcast, getting your podcast started. Plus, it comes with not only a mind map, it also comes with the Audible version, and it also comes with one free coaching session with me. So therefore, I won't steer you wrong. And I'll even throw in a hosting for your very first podcast. That way, you won't do it alone. It's your main man with the game plan, Corey Giovanni. Let's go.
Yeah.
So there you go. You get your podcast going right now.
Get your podcast, homie. Get your podcast.
And all I'm doing is sending good vibes right now. So thank y'all for joining us this Monday night. Y'all have a good, fruitful rest of your week, man. And we'll holler at y'all next time, man. Y'all have a good night.
Hey, please, y'all be safe.